I mean, we've had reviews saying that we were the worst band in the world, which I thought was brilliant, because I'd much prefer to see a band that's been billed as the worst band in the world than a band that's quite good. Never settle for the middle ground.
This isn't the time, this isn't the place. You're out of line, I'm a disgrace. You'll never be the best I've ever seen. You'll always see the worst I've ever been.
How we started? Well, it was me and the guitarist Paul. I finished university and basically lost every single penny of my money and had to come back with my tail between my legs to my mum to try and sort me out. So I ended up living in our guitarist Paul's loft in his bungalow. I don't know, have you seen Shallow Grave? It was kind of similar to that.
Kingsley and Paul started the band because they were sick of seeing sort of like shitty, middle-of-the-road indie fucking bands that are out at the moment that are just saturating the pop charts and saturating music in general.
There's an awful lot of bands like that I see that aren't really doing it because they maybe want to create music. It seems like they want to be famous, and I don't think that's right. I think I think bands should want to be in a band because they want to create amazing music and be entertaining to a crowd, as opposed to get on Celebrity Big Brother and get off with some silly blonde cow from Essex. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I think music is the most important thing in life. Like, I think that there's a song for every situation and there's a band for every situation, and that music can sort of change how you feel about certain things, and music's a validation of your emotions. Like, I think that if you feel in a certain way about something, there's always a song that you can sort of use as a soundtrack to how you're feeling right then.
I'm never going to write a song that's going to involve having a great time and going to a disco and having, you know, a great, you know, just having fun and stuff. I'm never going to write like a nice 3-minute pop song.
The sound of our band and the way that the music's played is aggressive and is confrontational.
I think that there's no one that's like socially. I don't want to. It's as difficult as I'll go all Bono, and I don't want to go like Bono. I don't want to go Chris Martin. I don't want to write shit on my hand and stuff. It's like, but I think that there needs to be a bit more honesty in pop music at the moment. No one seems to be writing about the state of the nation. I think people should just give a bit more of a shit, and they don't. So there you go.
I think that's what's the most important things are when it comes to music, is emotion and passion and soul, and hopefully that comes across how we play, the things that we write, everything about it. Hopefully that comes across.
I don't classify ourselves as rock music, indie music, whatever. I think we're a pop band, but we're just a bit noisy. When I go on stage, it's like the initial reaction is complete horror and completely terrified. I remember our first gig, I was throwing up like like a child.
We smash stuff when we play, and a lot of stuff gets broken, a lot of stuff gets thrown around, and I don't think that's necessarily sort of a conscious thing. Sometimes I think that's just the direction that the music takes you in. I think if the gig's going in a certain way, sometimes the sort of only way you can end it is with an exclamation mark, with a full stop to the end of the musical sentence, which often ends up being the destruction of all your equipment and yourself.
Recently we've done some gigs where, you know, I've attempted to wrap the cord around my neck and pull it, but now I've started giving the cord to the audience now to get a bit of interaction, and that's possibly quite a stupid thing to do because you never know who you're going to give it to. Dying on stage wouldn't be you know, I'm not Eric Morecambe or Sid James, I don't really want that to happen.
If we can communicate what we're feeling and just put ourselves forward and maybe the darker corners of ourselves forward in as honest a way as possible, without any kind of restrictions, then maybe that would be coming close to what I hope people take away from our live shows.